Welcome, friends of the Greasy Shop Rag. Today we're going to take a look at a Husqvarna 450 chainsaw. The customer complaint is that it's not oiling. We'll decide that here in a little bit if it's oiling or not. So let's take a look at this bar and chain here. There is a little bit of evidence that it got hot at one point. But this video is going to be more about a lesson that customer complaints, when they start saying what's wrong, you got to you got to listen to the customer, but you got to keep an open mind. So here I'm seeing that the oil feed hole on the bar is open and clear, and there's oil up against it. It's wet. And that chain isn't dry. It's been getting oil. So something's going on with the bar and the chain that he doesn't think the oiling system is working. So we'll look into that. First thing we're going to look at is this drum, and we see that the sprocket is absolutely roached. And when big grooves are cut in the sprocket like this, it usually means that at some point the wrong chain was running on here. And that's going to be the case here. But because he specified the oiler system wasn't working, I'm certainly going to check it. So the oil pump turns freely, but that doesn't mean it's oiling. We'll keep digging here. Let's take this chain guide plate off of here. There's a single screw that holds it in place. If this plate is damaged, it can allow dirt to get behind here and actually contaminate the, I shouldn't say contaminate, but schmutz could jam up the oil pump drive gear. There's a little bit of dirt in here, but nothing that's jamming up the pump. In fact, when I turn that pump, you could see a little bit of oil bubble at the discharge hose. So it would appear that there's oil making its way to the pump. And I'm starting to get a little bit of a mess here from oil. So if I remove the whole pump assembly, you can see that oil is running out of the hole that goes to the tank. It means the tank's not plugged up. The screen in the tank isn't plugged up. Oil can freely get to the pump. Looking at the pump itself, I don't see any blockages here. And I would just like to point out that even if I started the saw and ran it and proved it was oiling, because the customer said that the oiling system wasn't working, I'm still going to look at it. If there was a little bit of a blockage, or he had a temporary lack of oil at one point, I don't want that to happen again. And I guess I could say, I'm justified in taking this apart. Here I'm pointing out the locating pin on the pump. Sometimes that pin falls out, so that's something you always want to look for. Grabbing a little bit of that oil to lubricate this pump when I put it back together. So what I was going to say was, I guess I'm justified in spending the time looking at this oiler system because he said it wasn't working. We're going to put it back together, and we will run it and make sure that it's oiling before we put a bar and chain on here. Our chain guide plate goes back in place. And if this thing's cut up or damaged, like I said before, dirt can get behind it. So it should be replaced if it's torn up. Looks like my spike was a little bit loose, so I'll tighten that up while I'm here. We're looking for the worm gear. There it is. It's in good shape. We'll put it back on there. Alright, here's our new clutch drum. It's going to be a 325 drum, and it comes with a bearing. I'd say 1 in 20 of these bearings come shipped with a problem. It could just be a roller dislodged a little bit, or it could be the whole cage is egg-shaped like this one. And they just get damaged in somewhere in the process. I mean, it could be getting damaged on our end at the store. I don't know. But luckily, this old bearing's in good shape. We'll put some grease on it. We'll be good to go. Put the new drum on here and see how it feels. We'll get it locked into the worm gear, and it feels really good on there. Put the clutch on, reverse threads. We're going to pull the starter cord out and hold the stop switch down. There we go. And that'll tighten up more as we cut wood. The natural pull on that clutch is going to tighten it up. Because I want to run this, I want to make sure there's some fuel in it. And it has fuel, and I know it has oil because it was leaking out earlier. So let's see if this thing works. So it's oiling. Now we can get back to the actual problem here with this saw. Some, like the 455 and the 460 chainsaw, they'll run this bar as a 3/8 small mount bar. Well, I don't know how the customer ended up with it on this saw, but listen. That's what a 3/8 chain sounds like trying to roll around on a 325 drum or sprocket. So let's get this off of here and we'll put the proper bar and chain on it. You know, what happens a lot of times is they just go to the local big box store and, hey, I need an 18 or 20 inch bar, and they grab it. You know, that would be like going to the tire store and just grabbing any tire to fit your car. We're going to put this on here and see if it oils, and if it does, then that's all I'm going to have for you on the 450 chainsaw. That customer thought he had an oiling problem, but he actually had a incorrect bar and chain on. Thanks for watching. Later.